Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamolen. I am a psychic medium and intuitive life coach. And welcome to Psychic Live. I do these every Monday night. And for those of you that follow me, it's an evening of some random tarot card readings and visits from some lost loved ones. So what I do is everybody is starting to get on now, and I'm going to be asking you to post your questions and comments. Okay, so if you have a specific question, that helps me. Okay, keep posting. I can only see the last 3 comments as you go. So keep posting. You can copy and paste it so that I have a chance to grab you. And I'm just scrolling down, and if somebody jumps out at me or something happens that draws me to you, I'll pull a card. And as I'm thinking about you and reading your card, if someone in your spirit world wants to say hello to me, I usually invite them in, and if we're lucky, we'll get names and we'll get dates. We might get some evidence, and I love to have our visitors. So I'm so grateful to be here again tonight. So I do have, before we get started, I have a little game going on my page, and I had asked everybody to pick a card, an A, B, or C card yesterday. So if you didn't have a chance to pick your A, B, or C card, because towards the end of this evening, I'm going to be giving you the answer. This is your 2020 forecast. Okay, so if you want to know what is coming to you in 2020, I want you to pick A, B, or C card. Okay, so I'm going to hold them here for a minute so that you can feel the energy of the card. I want you to commit to an A, B, or a C. Okay, and what's going to happen at the end is I'm going to give you what area of your life is going to be improved in 2020. Okay, so I have 3 different categories of your life. I have love, I have finances and abundance, and I have self-love and health. Okay, so depending on the energy that you need coming into your life, is your A, B, or C. So I want you to commit to your letter. Okay, and towards the end of tonight, I'm going to reveal what's going to happen to you in 2020. So it means that this is what needs to come into your life. This is what you're going to focus on. This is what is going to increase in your life in 2020. So I'm really excited about starting tonight, and I can see that many of you are on now. So I just want to say hello to everybody. Hi, I can see you all. I hope you can all hear me. It looks like you can because you're picking your A, B's, and C's. So I appreciate that. So let's get started. And please post a question if you have a very specific question about something that you want me to answer. I want to share that with you. But before I do that, I want to share with you one of my early Christmas presents. I got this when I was in New Hampshire at a handmade artisan shop. So let me just get a little closer. And can you see the little baby owl faces? See the little beads? They're little baby owl faces. Is that the cutest thing on the face of the earth? So I had to show that off. That was one of my early Christmas presents. I'm like, I have to have this. This is so cute. So let's all get started. Let's pull some cards. Let's see what's going on. I feel a lot of energy going into the room this evening. And I'm really excited about, I just want to line up my pad of paper in case some evidence comes in and I want to take some notes. I didn't do that yet. So are you guys ready to go? Are you excited? Let's say a prayer. Okay. And then I'm going to start to pick some random cards, and I'm going to start to do some readings, and we're going to see what comes in. All right. So I know you guys love this. I am so appreciative of everybody who follows me. Please hit the share button to your page to be entered into the half an hour free reading that I give away every week. And tag a friend, share to your page if there's somebody in your life that wants to join us. Okay, so here we go. And can I have your permission to call in our angels and God into this reading? Okay, so I see some hearts and some thumbs ups, and so I think I have your permission. I see some yeses. I see some, so thank you. I don't read randomly. I will not read somebody walking down the street. So I do need your permission. Okay, so here we go. God, I'm so grateful always that you allow me to hear things and feel things that others may not. And I am here with this group of amazing men and women. And I would love for you to share with me anything about their past, their present, or their future. God, I know that you have put them on a path that they are destined to be on, and that there are no coincidences in their life, and that you do have them exactly where you want them at this moment in time. I'm so grateful that you have brought them to me to offer them some guidance to deliver your message. I ask you always to open up my heart to anyone that has passed. Allow me to hear their name, feel their presence, be able to communicate with them if I can. And I ask you always to protect me. Protect me from anything that would be unwanted or upsetting to any one of us. I am listening for you now. Okay. Okay, I have very high energy, so that's good. So let's see who's jumping out at me, and let's see if I get some spirits that want to come through. And we've been so blessed lately, haven't we? That every week we've had some amazing readings. And hi, Lynn. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Delia. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Hazel. Wow, I got a lot of people. Let me know if you're new, if this is your first time. I love to say hello. Okay, so let me see who's jumping out. Let's see. Anybody have a question for me? How about a question? Okay. Anybody have a question? Anybody have a question? All right. I'm just seeing if any. I'm listening. Also, I'm just turning on, so I'm just trying to balance myself. I got 80 people in the room or more, so just trying to balance myself and make sure that I'm making sure I always, just so that you know, I always take messages first. If I have a loved one coming through and I know their presence is coming through and I'm getting a name and a number and I know it's somebody here in this room, I am going to go with that first. Okay. The cards are great. The cards are wonderful, but the cards are not as important as a loved one coming through. So I always want to go with that first. Okay. Thank you, Shanine, for joining me first time. Okay. Weekly viewer. Thank you, weekly viewer. Woo! Thank you. How do you communicate with loved ones? Delia, that's a good question. Let me just answer that real fast. Whoops, I lost you. Hi, Delia. Hi, honey. How do I communicate with loved ones? I am a psychic, which means that I hear things, see things, feel things, and sense things. Okay, I have all of the psychic abilities. I receive the presence. I hear a very distinct voice that comes through. They give me their names. They'll give me dates, numbers, very specific information. I also tell people that I feel incredible. It's almost as if they become me. And it's like I can feel what they're feeling, what they want to say, what their emotions are. There are times where I feel like they hold me captive. They will hold my present. They will hold me tight. You'll hear me saying I'm tingling. They're holding me. I can't move because they're so excited that they have my attention that they want to make sure that I hear them. But I deliver the messages through a different way. I'll either certainly give any evidential evidence that I can, and then all the feelings that just flow through me. I just will say anything that's coming through. So that's how I receive their information. Mother's side of the family comes to me on my left side of my body. Father's side of the family comes to me on the right side. I am known for what's called name pulling. It's very rare for a psychic to actually pull names over again. And to I had people here this week, two men that I did in person, and look right across the table at someone and know their mother's deceased mother's name. And it's just shocking to me sometimes, but that's what I'm known for. So to answer your question, that's how I communicate. So while I have you, I'm going to give you a card because you were so, that was a good question. And a lot of people want to know how I work and how does all of this work. Okay. So Delia, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let's see what I'm feeling. Okay, so the first thing that's coming into me, honey, is something about your heart. It's coming into me as that my heart's going out to you for some reason. Either I feel like I have a broken heart or I'm on the fence with my feelings about something. So I do have a feeling that something's going on with one of your relationships or a relationship. So I want you to be able, my hands are tingling as I say that. That usually means that I'm right on point, but something's going on with you, honey, with your feelings. So I want you to be very much aware of your feelings, and I want you to listen to yourself, okay? Listen to your own intuition, because you will get the answers as to how you feel about this particular relationship. But something's going on with you, with your feelings, and I want you to tap into that. So let's just see what your card is telling you. You are a Knight of Pentacles, and so you are charging ahead, but the thing that's jumping out at me is that armor. See that armor? So you are protecting yourself for some reason. So figure out what's going on, figure out what your feelings are, let down that guard, let down that armor, and move forward. You are moving into your future. I do like that. But for some reason, you're on the fence with how you feel, and something's going on with you emotionally right now. So let's see what that's all about, and see if we can move you off of that and get you a little bit more balanced and focused. So, but I hope that helped. I hope that answered all of your questions about how I communicate, and that was your card. Okay, so how is everybody else doing? Okay. All right, I am listening for lost loved ones. Delia just asked me if have I always been able to connect also. I believe that you're welcome, sweetheart. I do believe that everybody, everybody's born gifted with something. Okay. I think I did have this gift, but I didn't know it. And for those of you that know my story, I just assumed everybody did this. It didn't even dawn on me I was doing anything different than anybody else. It wasn't until many, many years later when I started to hear very distinct names that I realized that it was probably above and beyond what other people were doing. So, but no, I have a lot of experiences from when I was younger, and things coming to me that I shouldn't have known. I just chalked them up as that's a coincidence. Oh, jinx, I owe you a Coke, all those types of things. But certainly over the years, I've realized that this is above and beyond what normal people do. All right, let's just see here. Let me pick somebody. Okay, I'm looking for some questions. Hi, Sharon. My cousin has been missing for a few years. Do you have any insight on locating her? Let me just ask. I have worked on a murder case. I do find missing animals all over the country. I haven't found missing persons. I find missing objects all the time, crazy things like that. Let me just see, Sharon, if I do feel anything. I will tell you the only thing that I am getting right now is I'm getting this feeling of, first of all, I'm going to say I do feel like she's alive. I mean, I have the ability with animals. I've never tried it with a person, but I do have the ability with animals of knowing usually looking at a picture of an animal, if the animal is still with us or we've lost the animal. Then I'm able to get street names or locations or something like that. But my first response was the sense of being in the woods was the first thing that came in. And the second thing that came in was the state of Pennsylvania. It actually came in as PA. And I asked to clarify it, and then they shared with me Pennsylvania. So I don't know if you or your cousin was ever around Pennsylvania, but that is what I'm feeling. And I do feel that she is still with us here on Earth. I do not feel that she is in the spirit world. Okay. So if that gives you any kind of hope or that she's okay. I'm not sure why she's hiding. It's coming into me as she's hiding for some reason. So Sharon, let me give you a card, honey. I do have the Ace of Wands, and this is a new beginning, a new hope card. This is something is coming your way. So I do want to share that with you. So you do have something exciting going on in your life. So I always see it as this magic wand. Wave the magic wand. You can be and do whatever you want. But I do feel this sense of something about to burst is actually how it's coming into me. It's something new, something big. Maybe you're going to buy a new house, a retirement home, something exciting. So something's coming into your life that is kind of big. So I want you to keep your eyes open for that. And I'm hearing that it's coming soon. So it may be over the next few months that we actually are able to identify what this big thing is, but something new and something big going into 2020. So you are an ace. That's a great card. But I will say send prayers for your cousin wherever she is and why she's not coming out of the woods for whatever reason. But I do feel like she is still here with us on this earth, and I am not hearing that she's in the spirit world. So so if that gives you any hope that at least she's still here. Okay. But I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm sorry that she has been scaring everybody for years, or that she is missing. It's very, very scary. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Erica, everybody's asking me questions about ability tonight, which is fine. I love to share. How do you know if you have ability? I knew when, like I said, it started to become a distinct voice in my head. I thought that I was schizophrenic. I thought that maybe I was losing my mind initially. And then I started to realize that the names that I was saying and feeling and thinking weren't people in my life, but they were people that I was either touching or I was sitting with, and I was somehow picking up on this person's life is what started to happen to me. So, but I did over 1,000 readings for free before I actually called myself a psychic or certainly started to charge people. So I had to convince myself that this was real. But Erica, while I have you, honey, let me just see what your card says. So I do have the Wheel of Fortune, and this is the sense of that you do have some good luck coming. The Wheel of Fortune is kind of spin the wheel, and you have some good luck coming your way. So maybe something that you've been waiting for an answer on. Um, I do feel this path kind of changing a little bit for you along the lines of your career or a job. Okay. So I just felt like this kind of veering off into a new direction feeling. So if you're on the fence with changing your career, you're not sure what you want to do with a job, something like that. I do feel like you're narrowing down your choices. So I do want you to make a decision on that. But I do feel lucky. It would be the sense of once you make up your mind as to what you want to do, I do feel the sense of like being at the right place at the right time to land that job. So, but it's everything that's happening around you and your energy around you is the sense of steering off into a new job. So I'm curious if you're out there you're looking to change career or something like that. But you have a wheel of fortune, and good luck is coming your way. So either way, it's good. So, but just stay focused and kind of narrow it down. And I think you have kind of a new path. Same path, but maybe veering off a little bit in a new direction with something like that. Hi, Jessica. I get this question a lot about births and babies, and am I having a baby? Will I have a child with my husband anytime soon? We've been trying for 7 years. He has no children, and I have two from a previous marriage. Um, Jessica, I will tell you, I did just get a yes. I did ask. I did just get a yes. I am hearing with help. Okay, so I'm thinking that I don't know if you've met with a doctor, if you've met with, a specialist, something like that. But with help, I do feel like you will conceive again and that you will have a baby. I did just hear if you were to conceive, I do feel like it would be a baby boy. Um, I also have the letter B for some reason. I don't know if your other children are boys or not, but I do have this B feeling, almost like a Brandon kind of sound for boy's name. But yes, I do feel. I'm going to say that I do feel. Let me just see what your card tells me. See if we have a match. I do have the King of Wands. You are strong, you're focused, you're determined. So I think that if you work with a doctor, I think that you guys can have a baby. So I'm going to send out prayers for you and hope that that we do have a baby boy in the future for you. Shani, will things get better to me the last few months? I have gotten your butt kicked. Okay, so that happens to some of us. Yes, things always get better. Yeah, no. I mean, anybody who knows me, of course I'm going to say yes. No, as soon as you set up your mind to that your life is going to get better, the change is going to come. So the first thing that I want to tell you is I want you to remove the person from your life that's causing all this drama. There's this sense of like going on around you. So it is coming into me as female energy. If you're fighting with somebody, if somebody's upsetting you, I do want you to I do want you to get rid of all that energy. Okay. So whoever's causing all that craziness in your life, I need you to tell her no. Okay. I feel like you're fighting with somebody. So that has to go. I want you to get back to work. I want you to get back to work is what's coming into me. So I'm hoping that you're either working. If you're not working, I need you to refocus or if you're working, I need you to refocus on work. Okay. You are the Chariot. Okay. You are strong. You are focused. You have an intuitive heart. So you do connect to people. Maybe you're overly sensitive. Maybe you're picking up on other people's feelings and you take them to heart and they hurt your feelings. Okay. That happens, but you're going to get better. You're just, it's a bad day, not a bad life feeling. Okay. But whoever this person in your life is causing all this kind of craziness, I need you to remove that person from your life. It's not healthy. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about because it feels like a she. Okay. Yes, you know. Yes, you know, and thank you. You're welcome. All right. So I'm listening. I'm listening. I am listening for loved ones. Okay. Okay. And when I'm quiet, it's just because I'm listening. So don't take it personally. Um, okay. I just want to throw out a name out there. I'm not sure where I'm going with it. But I did feel like I got an Erica, and then I asked a second time, and I do feel like it's a male Eric, Eric. If anybody has a male, my body's now tingling. If anybody has somebody like that they've lost, I do believe I have a presence. Eric, possibly a brother. I think he's about 23, 24, something like that. So if anybody in this room has lost a brother, I'm going to listen and I'm going to, you have a Rick. You have an Eric. Oh, Eric, Shaney. I just had you, Shaney, honey. A cousin that passed from cancer. It's Eric. So I was just reading you a moment ago. And then I heard Eric immediately following. So what just happened was Eric came through right at the end of your reading. So that's your cousin. So Eric wants to say hello, and he wants you to know that let everybody in the family know that he's okay, that he says hello and happy holidays, and that he misses everybody. He's kind of like, when you punch somebody in the shoulder and saying, come on, cuz, pick yourself up. You're okay. You can do this. So he's kind of a little cheerleader for you. And he is telling you that you're going to be okay and you're going to be fine. But he did come right through right at the end of your reading. So I'm grateful for that. Little too specific that you have, I just read you and I heard Eric, and you have a cousin Eric that passed. So it's your cousin, honey, and he wants to say hello. So that's wonderful. You dreamed of him last night. You had a dream last night. Did you have a dream of him? He probably visited you in your dream, and that's probably what just happened. So that's wonderful. No, I felt his presence. First, I actually asked him. First, I thought that his name was Erica, and then he corrected me. He said, "No, it's Eric." I said, "Okay, all right, I'm going to go with Eric." So, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for sharing. So that was lovely. Okay, and he is watching over you. I do believe that he is watching over you, because it is the sense of, come on, pick yourself up. And Erica is a sister. Okay. All right. So let's pick another card. Ruth Ann. Hi, Ruth Ann. How are you, sweetheart? Okay. So 2020. Let's see what's going on with Ruth Ann in 2020. Okay. So the first thing that's coming into me is the sense of financially you're a little more stable is how it's coming into me. So some of the financial fear is passing. I do feel the sense of steadiness. So if you haven't been employed right now, or you have been struggling with income coming in steadily, I do feel a lot steadier, if that makes sense. Okay. So let's see if your card matches that. So you're on your way financially. I do love that. I'll have to see if your A, B, or C matches your for what's coming next year. But I think that right now you are well on your way to feeling stable. So you're going to have a better 2020 financially. And I do have a lot of optimism. You are the fool. You are kind of skipping along. I do love that. Full of energy, full of life. Very optimistic is how it's coming into me. So all of that positive energy that you're putting out into the universe is coming back to you. But I do feel that you are well on your way to being financially secure, steady, and I think that that's going to make all the difference in the world to you. Okay. But yay, you're you're welcome, Ruth Ann. Okay. All right, let's see who else here. Hi, Melissa, honey. I'm gonna feel for your son. I can't guarantee if he'll come through. But let me just see while I'm talking to you if we get any kind of signs from him. Okay. Let me pull a card. I do have the Magician. The Magician tells me that you can be anything that you want to be. So, if you have some new goals that are happening right now, I want you to focus on those. If you have a business, something like that, that you want to grow, you can do anything that you want. I do feel the sense of you feel dead, you feel paralyzed, something along those lines, since the death of your son. But I do want you to know that they don't want us to. They want us to move forward. They want us to. They didn't want to make us so sad. Okay, so they're watching everything we're doing. So they don't want to look down and see that we're unhappy. So the Magician tells me that you have the energy and you have the power and you have the ability to move on. And I will continue to feel for him. And if he comes through, you will be the first to know. Okay. But once I've connected to you, that usually helps. Because then I'm more open. I'm more open to connecting to him. So let's just see. Maybe he'll come through now that I've actually singled you out and I had a chance to talk to you. But he is always with you, honey. Just know that. Okay, let's just see. Okay, I'm just looking for somebody to jump out. I'm looking for questions. Okay. Yeah, if I don't have a profile picture and you just have like a logo, it is hard. I can still read you, but I don't have any reference. I'm looking at, a logo. So I am looking for pictures of people, faces. That helps me. Or a question. Sometimes I can pick up the way that you worded the question. Something will jump out at me. Hi, Zoe. How are you, honey? Thank you for joining us. All right, so let's see what your card says, but let me see what I'm feeling first. Okay. I can see there that you have a baby already, but I will tell you I have a new baby feeling. I don't know if you're pregnant or about to be pregnant, but I do have another baby feeling coming. So I wouldn't be surprised if you find out that you're going to have another baby soon. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm feeling. I don't know what's going on with I hope it's nothing wrong with your car, but I am hearing something about your car, either a new car, something about the car, maybe something's wrong with the car, but something's going on with one of the cars in the house is how I feel with that. But the big thing that's jumping out at me is the baby. I do have strength. I do feel this sense of strength. It's some inner strength that you are being asked to take care of something that you didn't think you'd have to, is how I feel. Maybe you have somebody in your life that you have to take care of or you're worried about, but it is asking you for some inner strength, and God is going to give you the extra strength for you. Okay. I will say that there is a female around you. I think it's it's definitely a grandmother feeling, but I think it's on your father's side. If you've lost a grandmother or your husband has lost a grandmother, I think there's an older woman hovering over the baby is how it's coming into me, watches over the baby. So, I do have an R sound around you, almost like a rose. It might not be yours, but I do have this grandmother feeling, almost like a rose. Could be uh, Rose Lynn, maybe something like that. Rose Lynn. Let me know if that makes any sense to you. But curious if you're having another baby. Thank you all for sharing. I can see when you share, so I really appreciate that. Okay, Zoe, you have an uncle that your uncle isn't coming through right now. I do have this female that's over you. Curious if who the female is. Where'd you go? Your great grandma passed away a couple of years ago. It's definitely a grandmother feeling. Great grandmother would feel the same way to me. But this particular woman is looking over your child. So almost a guardian. Okay. So you don't have another baby coming. That's okay. I do feel the baby. I do believe you absolutely are going to have a second baby. So I do feel the second baby. Okay. I'm just listening for that rose sound I had a minute ago. If anybody has anybody that sounds like that, like Roslyn, something like that, I would love to know. Okay, here's a grandmother Rose. Okay, here's a grandma Rose. Hi, Anita, honey, how are you? All right, I do have, when I had said grandmother a moment ago, I had this Rose feeling come through. So let me just see now that I'm looking at you. Okay, couple things are happening. Um, I have I have the number 73, but I think it's 1973. Curious if that has any connection to you. The second thing is almost the sense of another name like Rose, but like a Lily, maybe. Lillian, Jillian, Lillian, connecting to you or to this Rose. You were born that year. Okay. All right. Anita, it's you, honey. All right. So 1973. So Rose, your grandmother would know the year that you were born, right? All right. So you were born in 1973. I had the 1973. That came in very clearly. Oh boy, here we go. Okay. So, and you have a grandma Lillian on my ex's side. Okay. So I got the Lillian, Lily. That's awesome. So, both of these women are around you for some reason. Certainly, Rose. Rose is very dominating, but I do feel the fondness that you had for Lily. I'm calling her Lily because that's how she shared it with me. And I said, Jillian, Lillian. So that's awesome. But this lovely Rose is with you, and she misses you very much, sweetheart. She just adores you. You're just a beautiful, her beautiful angel, is how I feel. So she she's just the sweetest woman on the face of the earth, this grandmother. I mean, you could say that about any grandmother, but the kindness, I think you aspire to have her kindness, is how I feel. I think that, she's one of those people in your life, like, if I could be just as kind as my grandmother was. So I would love that. So you are definitely being contacted by your grandmother, and wishes of a happy holiday and healthy, good health, and your family. And she just loves your smile, and you're beautiful, and all of that. So I do want to share, I do want to say, thank you for joining me for that. So just to recap, for those of you that missed, I had a Rose come in. I had the first thing that came in very quickly was this 1973, and Anita was born in 1973, so that's really good. And then the second thing that started happening was the second name. This Lily is how it came in initially. And then I went Lillian Jillian because I'm a rhymer. And she has a second grandmother figure in her life that is a Lillian. So Anita, you are surrounded by these two beautiful women, and God bless you, because they are taking care of you, and they're absolutely beautiful women. And Rose in particular is just I have a fond heart for her, is how I feel. Lillian was an angel. Okay, so Lillian was an angel also. So I love that. And we had a spelling error there, so I'll correct that for you. Typo. Typo. We want angel. But thank you for joining us. That was beautiful. All right, so I'm going to keep looking for somebody. Let's see. Okay, I'm just looking to see if anybody is jumping out at me. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. All right, let's see if there's a card. Hazel. Hi, Hazel, honey. Is my husband with me? Now, whether your loved one comes through tonight or not, I do want you to know that, yes, your husband is always with you. Okay. Anybody who is in the spirit worlds has the ability to come and visit us anytime that they want. Okay. They go back and forth. Their soul can travel, right? So yes, he is always with you. Okay, and I'm going to listen for him and see if he sends me any signs while I'm talking to you. But let me see what your card is telling me. I do have the Six of Pentacles, and this tells me that you are financially okay, and that you are able to give to others. You might not have a lot of money, but you're very, very generous. You give from your heart, and you give whatever you can. So that's very important to you, is how I feel. Hazel, I don't know if it's connecting to you or not, but I do have this sense of a Howie, Howie sound, coming in. Howard, Howie. I'm not sure if that's connected to you or not, in your family, but I did just get that feeling. Okay. So the other thing that I am feeling, Hazel, is I don't think that there's anything going on with you as far as okay, so Howard is your grandpa? Is that G-pa is grandpa? I do have a Howard around you. Has Howard passed, honey? Um, it came into me initially as Howard, right? Would be the um um curious if Howard, I'm assuming that G-pa is grandpa. So you're saying yes. Okay. I've never seen it that way. Um Howard, your grandfather is around you. Your grandfather wants to say hello, Hazel. That's a pretty specific name, and the fact that you have a grandfather named Howard is pretty interesting. You know, when I said generous, yes, grandpa. Okay, perfect. When I said generous is about when Howard came through to me. So maybe in your mind that grandfather was very generous to you, or maybe he left you, left you things or left your family things that you inherited, something like that. Okay. But I'm gonna. I see other people have another Howard. I'm gonna stay with Hazel only because I was reading Hazel, and when I was started to talk about Hazel, Howard came through. The fact that she has a grandfather named Howard is how I work. So there certainly could be another person in the room that has somebody Howard in their life, but the fact that I'm reading Hazel and her grandfather's coming through, I'm going to stay with him. Okay. So he's a very, very good man. When I said that feeling of generosity is when he came through. So those are the loving and kind feelings that you have of your grandfather. And it is the sense of he's protecting you. I do feel like he gives you this sense of security. Maybe he's been assigned to you to watch over you for financial security, something like that. Okay. So I do feel that his presence came through very, very quickly. Okay. But I do want to go back to your husband. Even though I'm not feeling your husband, he's not coming through. It doesn't mean that he's not with you. It just means for whatever reason, he doesn't want to talk to me. So I'm not taking it personally. But look for signs from him. Know that he's always with you. And that they send you signs all the time that they're with you. They visit you at night. They want to make sure you're okay. They are constantly sending you loving, kind messages. I read something the other day that I loved, and it was like when you say prayers for people, that the prayers actually float up, that they're actually energy, almost like little light rays going up to people. And I just thought, oh my God, I don't think I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life. Every time I pray, I'm always going to think that it's being elevated as this kind of light source. So, pray to them, and they're listening. Okay. But thank you, Hazel, for sharing your grandfather. He came in like that. Boom. Howie. Howie. All right. So let's just see. He didn't believe in psychics. Okay. Well, that's interesting because, you know what? There's a lot of people that don't believe in psychics. But when they have the opportunity to see me as an opening and a door to come through, they all of a sudden they start sending me messages. So, maybe their belief system changes when they arrive in spirit world and they realize that we are still all connected and that we do have that we do want to continue to talk to one another. Okay, they may not be here on our physical earth, but their souls are still here, and we are all still connected. So, but yeah, the power of prayer is powerful. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Okay, so I do want to remind you, if you're just joining us, we're doing a 2020 forecast, and everybody can play. So if you don't get your own personal card tonight, in a few minutes, I'm going to give you the answers. So I want you to pick an A, B, or C. Okay, do you see? Okay, here's the C, here's the A. Do you feel drawn to A? Do you feel drawn to B? Or do you feel drawn to C? And what they're going to do is, it's an area of your life that's going to show tremendous improvement over the next year. So if you need help with love and relationships, or finances and abundance, you want some abundance, or if you possibly need your health, okay? So depending on the letter that you pick is what is going to happen this next year, is where the area of your life that's going to improve the most. Okay, so I'm going to send you that information in a few minutes. So make sure you write down your letter. And I'm going to go over the answers in just a few minutes. So if you haven't done that, I want you to do that. I want you to hit the share button, because you can be automatically entered into the half-an-hour free reading, a phone reading with me. I do phone readings all over the country every night of the week, and you could win one. And this is being recorded right now. This is being recorded on YouTube. So if you would like to follow me, please go to Kathy Mamolen Psychic Medium on YouTube. I need some followers. I just started my YouTube channel and I only have 22 people following me. So it's pretty pathetic. But you know what? I know it's going to grow, because you're all going to go there right now and follow me on Kathy Mamolen. Just Google search it under YouTube, Kathy Mamolen Psychic Medium. I put my card of the day there, and all of my live videos are there. They're being recorded. So if I did call on you, you'll have a copy of it. It's a good way for you to get a copy. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to see if somebody else jumps out at me. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that, sweetheart. Thank you for subscribing. All right, let's see. Janelle, you just jumped out at me. Hi, honey. How is my relationship looking? It's coming in as I like this guy. That's good. I think this guy's the one. I'm hoping this guy's the one, because I feel like I'm really in love with this person and I'm really excited about him. And I think that it's almost this feeling of too good to be true. And I love when I get that feeling, because when it's too good to be true, that's how I know that it's real. Okay. Because I know that that's what God wants for you. God wants you to be happy. God wants you to be in love. God wants you to have joy and feel connected to somebody and just love being with that person. That's what this is all about. Okay. So I do feel that for you, sweetheart. I do feel that this man is a good man. I do feel like it's moving in all of the right direction. I don't want you to pressure this man. I want you to let him take the lead. It's up to him as to how fast this relationship is going to move forward. And but I do feel like it's a long-term commitment. I do feel like I'm going to say this is a good thing. Okay, I don't think it's going anywhere. I think this is really good. So let's see what my cards say. This tells me that we've had a broken heart in the past. So the feelings that I have right now jumping out at me is that this feeling of this is too good to be true is only because you've been hurt in the past. So let that go. All right. You're not going to be hurt. Let's just, not everybody's out to hurt us. All right. So I want you to enjoy this. I want you to have fun. I want you to be in love. I want you to open your heart. Just trust that God, God put this person in your life so that you can enjoy him. And but you're well on your way to having a very strong relationship. But just because you had a broken heart in the past doesn't mean that you're going to have a broken heart now. So I hope that helps. All right, so we're coming up on the hour, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to give you the answers to your A, B, and C. Has everybody picked a card? Has everybody picked a card, A, B, or C? And I had a lot of people from my page that picked cards over the last couple of days. So they're all dying to know what the answer is. So here we go. I'm going to go one at a time. So if you picked the letter A, all right, and I'm going to try to see if I can remove Janelle. I don't know how to remove Janelle. Let's see. I'm still learning how to use this. Janelle, no offense, but I'm trying to get rid of your name. All right, I'm going to look for somebody who picked the letter. Let's see. Here's Kelly Miller. Kelly Miller, I'm going over the letter A. So you picked the letter A. This is your year ahead. This is your 2020 forecast. Okay. So your 2020 forecast and what your life is going to be in 2020 is going to be that you'll see the most improvement in the area of your life is in the area of love and relationships. Okay. So if anybody picked the letter A, I want you to know that your relationships, you may have a new person coming into your life. You may have a new friend, new friendship, new, partner, certainly somebody that you could share your life with, someone that you fall in love with. Okay. If you're in an established relationship, that the focus of this year in 2020 is to reconnect to that person, to stay connected, to fall back in love with that person. Okay. To realize that this person is your partner in life. You have this beautiful angel hovering over you that's watching over the two of you to make your world wonderful and to have togetherness. If you've been single and you've been looking for somebody, don't be surprised if maybe this is the year that somebody is going to come into your life, okay? Because you do have a lover's card, and that's what God wants for us. So for those of you that picked the letter A, if you pick the letter A, 2020 for you is going to be all about love and relationships. So I hope that helps. You excited? So who wants to go next? How about the letter B? You guys ready? Is this fun? I hope this is fun. All right, so let me see who picked the letter B. Somebody picked the letter B. I just saw a B. Here we go. Crystal, where'd you go? Here's Crystal. No? Yep, Lynn. Lynn picked B too. Hi, Lynn. So Lynn, you picked the letter B. Okay. So you felt for some reason that you were drawn to the letter B. All right. And a lot of you, I can see I got a lot of B's. You guys ready? So for 2020, what's going to happen is you are going to be a Queen of Pentacles. And this is abundance. This is your finances, and this is abundance, financial abundance coming into your life in 2020. So if you have been working on creating more wealth, if you've been working on having a steadier income, increasing your income, having more abundance come into your life, and any different, different streams of income is how it's coming into me, then B is for you, that you selected that you needed some financial abundance. And so this year, 2020, you're going to focus on your finances. If you are struggling, it's going to get easier for you. If you are in a situation where you really need to get your arms around maybe savings or knocking out debt, something like that, 2020 is going to be the year that you're going to be able to do that. So I hope that B, for those of you that picked B, I hope that you need financial abundance and you're excited about that. Does that help? Okay, we got one more. Okay, we're going to do Woohoo already had that planned. Yay, she's a B. Okay, so we're going to pick C. All right, let's see who has C. Who has C? Remember to hit the share button before we close out, because when you hit the share button, you're automatically entered into the half an hour free reading. So I want you to do that, okay? Okay, so I'm just looking for a C. Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Nope, you're a B. Sorry, my mistake. I'm looking for a C. Here's Amanda. Amanda's a C. Hi, honey. She's saying be happy in her little profile picture. Okay, so if you picked the card C, you were drawn to the letter C. Your energy and your 2020 forecast in the area of your life that's going to improve the most is you are the star, and your health and your self-love is going to improve the most. So if you have been trying to, maybe you've been trying to lose weight, maybe you want to feel better, maybe you have aches and pains, maybe you just, you need more energy, maybe you've been depressed and you want to start to feel better about those things, you're going to spend the whole year just working on your health and working on loving yourself more, becoming more connected spiritually. You are the star. So you are just so connected to the universe. You're connected to, amazing things coming into your life. So you are going to be empowered. And one of the things that an area of your life that you do have power and control over is feeling healthy and taking care of yourself and certainly loving yourself. So the area of your life that you're going to see the most improvement in 2020 is you loving yourself. And I love that. I think I would have picked C. I think that I think we all need to love ourselves a little bit more, right? So we've had a big night. We had a couple of visitors come into us. I do want to say that I think that next Monday, depending on how I'm doing, I'm driving down to Florida. We're buying a house on Thursday, a second house, and I have to unpack a house. And I don't think the cable company is coming for like a week. So I'm freaking out because I don't know about you guys, but I can't, I'm going to just have a phone. Like I really need my computer. I like my computer. So feel for me, but, if I can't, I will let you know. If I can't be on it next Monday, I will let you know and we'll postpone it. We'll do it another time, something like that. But I do feel that I'm hoping that I can be on. Okay. So in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed your readings. I hope you enjoyed your A, B, and C's, because at least everybody got some kind of a turn tonight. And I hope that helped. And I want to thank you all for joining me again this evening. If you ever want to book me privately, you can certainly go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. In the meantime, I'm going to say lots of prayers for all of you. I love you all. Thank you for following me. And have an amazing week. And I will see you all again soon.